right-wing media starting to push back against Donald Trump on his disastrous trade war. Maria Bartiromo has been doing a lot of water carrying for Trump, trying to defend him. But in a recent opportunity to sit down with him, she did actually push back against the constant economic chaos.
There's some nervousness over your tariffs. Markets have been selling off. People are not sure how to view it. Why did you roll back or put a pause into some of the tariffs until April 2nd?
Because I wanted to help Mexico and Canada to a certain extent.
But I think CEOs want to see predictability. They say, look, I have to speak with shareholders. I've got to make plans for CapEx spending. I can't if it's 20% one day and then it's off for a month and it's 25%.
Yeah.
So can you give us a sense of whether or not we are going to get clarity for the business community?
Well, I think so, but the tariffs could go up as time goes by, and they may go up, and I don't know if it's predictability. I think
so. That's not clarity.
No.
No, it's not. So we want clarity. We want to understand. Well, they could go up or not, or down, or maybe I won't do them. Where am I? What year is it? Who are you? No, that's not clarity on much of anything except for the fact that he's an agent of chaos, as he always has been. But here is where he is making his mistake. He's supposed to be an agent of chaos who just makes things tough for us. That's what the right wants. No, he's making things tough for the people who own him, the wealthy. They're worried about this, and that's where it becomes a big problem. And that's even the way that she presented it. It wasn't really that, hey, our Fox viewers are really worried about the price of consumer products thanks to what you're doing. It was the stock market. It's the market selling off. It's elite business concerns concerning the instability. And I understand why she's gonna focus on that. She's a construct of Fox Business, but they also have to worry about regular Fox viewers. So that was the final part. I liked her little moment there. Donald Trump had a couple of interesting moments in the middle when she's describing how utterly chaotic this is. He just goes, yeah. But yeah, don't just acknowledge it, buddy. Could you learn something? This isn't good for anybody. But the best part, I think, is, and it's just such a Trumpian thing to be like, so why did you back off? So you've been threatening that you're gonna do, you said you were gonna do the trade war, and then you stopped it for a month. And then as it came forward, you're like, no, this time we're gonna do it. And then you did it. And then you backed off on cars, and then you backed off in general. Why did you do that? Because that's crazy, man. What are you doing? And he says, well, I just wanted to help Mexico and Canada. Okay. When I want to help people, you know what I do? Okay, I go up to them and I start punching them in the face a lot. And then to ease their suffering, I stop punching them in the face. And I found that they're often not nearly as gracious towards me as they should be, considering that they're no longer being punched in the face anymore. Dude, what are you talking about? You want to help them out. You're gonna relieve the suffering. It's not even like the USMCA or whatever, the trade deal that he negotiated that he now thinks is the worst thing that's ever happened. It's not even like years later, I'm gonna back off. I'm gonna help them. You're helping them from something you did 62 hours ago. You just did it. They told you not to. And again, and of course, the most important point is that that's not why he's doing it at all. He's not backing off because he's suddenly in love with Trudeau or whatever. He's backing off because of all the things that we're describing here, is that it's not playing well amongst his own base. Both the voters, but also the elites, far more importantly for him. And Maria Bartiromo pushed back, but it's not the only thing she's done in this area. She was on Fox Business. She was talking, I think, with Stuart Varney. It might have been Payne. Oh no, it was with Charles Payne, I think. And she predicted a recession, but said, "quote It'll be Joe Biden's recession." Okay, well, we'll see if that makes you and the people who watch our show feel better about it. I mean, it won't be. That's literally not how it works. I love it. It's like, oh my God, things are so chaotic now. We're probably going down. It's probably the fault of the guy who was presiding over slow growth and just things were getting better, and inflation was trending down and jobs were trending up, and that just kept happening month after month after month, and it only stopped once he wasn't there anymore. But I suspect that it was probably his fault. And so again, this is what they're gonna do in right-wing media. They're gonna keep casting back to Joe Biden. The question is gonna be, can that possibly work? Will regular right-wing, either the CEOs of the businesses or regular MAGA people, that makes them feel a little bit better recently, like maybe briefly, but is that gonna last? You're gonna have years of higher prices and just be like, thanks, Biden. I don't know if that's actually gonna work. And it's not just her. Charles Payne goes on to say the boom times are over, and he sounded the alarm on the shocking collapse of American spending. Okay, but do you know why their spending has collapsed? Because they're terrified right now about the rise in prices and inflation, whether they'll have a job tomorrow. Chaos is bad for consumer confidence. I may not be a host on Fox Business, but I understand at least that much. And so again, we're gonna have a recession and the boom times are over, and this only happened 2 months into Trump's presidency. But don't worry, MAGA, it's probably that dastardly Kamala Harris that did this. By the way, over at the Wall Street Journal, they're calling for someone to sue Trump over the tariffs. They're saying that he's treating the economy as a personal plaything. When the Wall Street Journal wants your ass to be sued, you've angered the people who control your party. And so that's exactly what he's doing. Now, as people have been pointing out, and I think I saw a TikTok video from Crystal Ball where she talked a little bit about the people who've been theorizing this, which I've been doing throughout the week. Like, it's not just that he's treating the economy as his personal plaything, he's treating it as his own thing to manipulate for his economic benefit. It's not just to have fun, it's to generate value. And so, like, politically and economically, in a broad sense, does it make sense to keep starting a trade war and then backing off, and then starting it again and then exempting an industry, and then starting again and backing up? Does that make sense? No. Does it make sense to him personally? Yes, because he has control of it. It is chaotic from our external point of view because we're not in control of it and we don't know what he's gonna do. But he knows what he's going to do. He knows exactly what he's going to do. And he can selectively buy and sell stock and tip off his friends based on what he's going to do. And so the Wall Street Journal is not 100% right. It's not his personal plaything. It's his own personal casino, basically, his own personal money-making thing.